when I heard you say to me, welcome to the Father's house. He awaits with open arms, where your sins are washed away and you're made whole. Come into
next move. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I look okay? No, just kidding. That's a joke. Anyone who knows me knows that I have to look good in pictures, okay? Like, when I see a picture, I go, man, I look good. That's the first thing I see. Lots of vanity, vanity, vanity. So I want it to just take a few moments. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I'm going to read it if you want me to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Tell us who you are, where you've come from.
Ipsy. Actually, my full name is Ipsita. So I'm from India. I'm east part of India, and
Are you laughing at her? Oh, okay.
okay, I came here for my job. Like I'm into HP. I was working in HP for India, and for 1 year they've sent me here. So it's good, and I'm blessed to be in family like Aurora.
Amen.
We're blessed
I
to
think I
have
can
her.
take over.
Okay, okay. Now, I'm going to make a disclaimer before I read her testimony. How does it go? The opinions expressed in this testimony do not reflect those of our Father's house. Everyone's going, what does that mean?
Graphic language.
Graphic language, so Julie, get ready with the beat machine. What I love, when I was reading this last night aloud to Henry in bed, we were laughing so hard, but we were rejoicing at the same time. Okay, so please, there's no religious cows in here, so we're going to be okay. But those that are going to be listening, just hear the heart of an individual whose life God has touched. That's the point that we need to hear. Okay? So she titles this, Love, exclamation mark, 3 times. I never understood what love is, yet I thought I knew once. I was a good daddy's girl, always into studies, being good to everyone. I had no boyfriends until I met him. He made me feel what love is. He made me learn how to love. We were happy together. We took all promises that every normal couple to do each other and blah, blah, blah.
That's what she has?
Yeah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, yeah.
That was our first chuckle, okay? I was so much into love with him. As you say, blind love, in quotations. I could never imagine life without him. You put me. Him. I loved him with all of my heart. Meanwhile, I was struggling to get a job. I tried my best since 1 year to get into an organization, and after so much of hard work, I got the fruit. The day came, I got a call to join a very reputed company. I was so happy because all these years I was going through a lot of mental pressure. It was affecting our relationship. We were arguing, quarreling, and all bad things were starting. All I felt was because the pressure of not getting a job. So finally I thought, good days have come. I see only family. I headed to a new town for the new company. First day in the company was so nice, and I came back, I called him, and then I heard something which I could never have dreamt of. I was shattered, speechless. He said he was in love with his best friend since school days. Now, since 2 months, she broke up with her boyfriend, so I finally got her. Am I saying that correctly? Okay. Can you imagine that what I was for him all these 2 years? Since 6 months after that night, I didn't drop a single drop of tear out of my eyes. I was running out of myself. I forgot all emotions, reactions, love, affection in my life. I just became mechanical. I stayed 13, 14 hours in my office, and I just worked, and I worked like hell. Beep!
H and two sticks.
Yes, H and two sticks. I never wanted to go home because I couldn't bear the memories of him coming back into my mind. All 4 years since 2010 to 2014, I was running out of myself. You know, I got a kind of phobia of these past memories. Ones would come back in my mind. The moment I would start thinking about it all, I will start choking, heart breathing faster as if I'm dying. My mind got trained to think all men are dogs. If any man, I mean a real good man, would come and say, I can do this for you, blah, 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 I love you, I just say, beep. No man does it. In these 4 years after our breakup, he tried many times to ask for forgiveness. 2 or 3 times I refused to even speak to him. But later, just to get rid of it, I said, I forgive you. Now be happy. But the truth is, I never did. His life became H and two sticks after the day I walked away from him. All these 4 years, I was just cursing him, and each drop of tear fell from my eyes, made him pay for it. Just 2 weeks ago, I heard that girl left him the same way he left me. He became kind of psycho. Man, I just love the way she writes. He couldn't take it. I heard that from one of our common friends. He told me how he has made his life miserable, and suddenly he got married to a random girl whom he hardly knew a month. Then he asked me, the friend asked me, did you ever forgive him? Then that was the moment it made me see through all those 4 years he has been through. It will get long if I say all this, but it's just his life became miserable, and all of that I never forgave him. I felt so guilty that moment. Inner voice spoke to me, can you just let him free? Last Sunday, I was in church. Aurora and Joseph, I love that, Aurora and Joseph, tag team. We're just talking about forgive, forgive, forgive. Oh my God, she says. Those alphabets were just revolving around my head, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I closed my eyes to get some peace, and guess what? All these years I had trouble even to flash back these memories I spent with him. But that day, it was more hard for me. I didn't choke anymore. Oh, excuse me, my mistake. But that day, it was no more hard for me. I didn't choke anymore. I was seeing a movie in front of me. I was feeling good of all those 2 years we were together. I realized he made me learn how to love, but he couldn't maintain that love. And I heard an inner voice, just let it go, as Aurora always says. Finally that day, I let him free. I opened my eyes and I felt eternal peace. I felt so light, thanks to the Almighty for helping me forgive him.
Amen.
Now, isn't that
Yes.
just beautiful? And all the beeps and everything. You know, it's just from a heart of real. Amen. So
Yeah, that's
bless you, Ipsy, for allowing us to share in this wonderful testimony with us. We're so honored.
Yes.
So I'm going to release the children.
Will